Calm, yet
What is it, Mizuki? Figured something out?
nothing new. Just further...
He set up an ambush?
Seems like we're not welcome here.
Coming at ya!
Miss Yume Mizuki, you found me at last. Ah, and I see you brought some friends with you.
Emira Chuya. So,
Mizuki was right after all. Paimon wasn't expecting.
Please, do not call me by that name anymore. The old me was plagued by negative emotions.
you have to listen to me. There is no way to get rid of all your
Your perspective is most amusing.
What's so funny? Don't you know you're harming people?
Harming people? That's what you believe? Very well.
Ugh, what is up with him? He's being so calm and polite.
As you can see, Miss Yume Mizuki, all my psychological problems have been... I must thank you for your attempts to diagnose my condition. But I see now that the truth is far simpler than you were proposing. All my misery was merely a consequence of human frailty. I could not hope to remove my emotional impurities on my own strength. I lived in fear and anger. Fear that I was not worthy of other people's attention. Anger at how they I became a slave to my emotions. They turned me into a wretched and loathsome creature, hostile to everyone. Things are different now. I've acquired the ability to eradicate those emotions for good. No longer will I be afraid. Never again will I be stirred to anger. No, I am filled now with only one emotion.
What I'm hearing is that you've developed your own unique understanding of psychological issues. So how about...
I would be delighted.
The first is a soldier with poor control of his temper. He flies off the handle too easily, and it gets him into all sorts of trouble.
He simply needs to let go of his anger. Then he will surely find peace and happiness.
The second is a fisherman who's developed thalassophobia. Now he's...
Oh, of course. He must cast his fear far away and forget it ever existed. Then he can return to...
Oh, I'm sorry, but you're wrong on both counts.
Oh?
The soldier's anger is rooted in his strongly held principle to stand against injustice. Losing his anger made him passive and apathetic. He now stands by and does nothing as bandits attack innocent. The fisherman's fear made him one of the most reliable sailors around. But after forgetting his fear, he destroyed the fruits of the entire crew's labor on his first return to the sea. Fascinating, isn't it? Anger gives people the courage to stand up for what they believe in, and fear nurtures care and attention. Emotions are integral to human dreams, and after many years of dealing with their dreams, the negative emotions do not just go away. They will always be there. Not only that, but their presence is essential. So do you have any idea what you've done to...
What an amusing theory. In fact, I do remember those two. But I'm afraid that the only emotion I sense in them now is happiness. How can you believe that negative emotions are required for a healthy psyche? It's a laughable theory. Don't you remember how I was when we first met? You call that healthy?
Acknowledging that negative emotions exist doesn't mean giving them free rein over our minds and lives. But if that balance gets disrupted, emotions start working against each other. The person you were when you first came to my practice only proves this for... You were dominated by your emotions. Under their influence, this diagnosis is going to sound hard. You've simply gone from one extreme to another. You say you've reached perfection, but you're just as dysfunctional now.
How entertaining. Still, there's no need for me to argue back. I will forgive you for this offense, because I know You once told me that nightmares are the result of a buildup of negative emotions. But ever since I acquired my present abilities, I never had another. Clearly, that proves that all of my negative emotions have been definitively eradicated.
I'm afraid not. Look where we are right now.
What?
No wonder! Paimon knew something was up the moment we arrived.
The enemies that we encountered were manifestations of his negative emotions.
No, that can't be.
That entity claimed it could remove your negative emotions. But all it did was separate them and store them. Your situation is far worse than that of the other victims. It has deceived you at a much deeper level.
How laughable. Fear? No. There is no fear left in me. This is all...
Something's appeared behind.
So, my arch-nemesis has seen through my trickery. Clearly, you came prepared. The emotional cocoon I'd wrapped him in was...
So it is you.
What is that?
A nightmare monster. A fearsome yokai that was once the... We Yumekui Baku eat the nightmares of humans, while they called those nightmares their home. So when I heard the Traveler recount that strange dream, but it's still a shock to see one of our long-lost arch-enemies in the flesh. They were supposed to have gone extinct long ago.
Then allow me to formally introduce my...
Kurayume. That's a name I haven't heard in a long...
Likewise, Yume Mizuki is a name that takes me back to a different age. Although I must say, ultimately, the fall of the nightmare monsters was the fault of our hosts. But now, I have found...
Oh no! We've got to catch up to him!
What's happening? Paimon's feeling dizzy all of a sudden.
That's the feeling of rejection. It's so strong. Quick! After him!
There he is! Right there! Whoa! What happened to all the paths?
He's repressing his emotions even harder. I used my powers to cushion our fall.
Don't worry, we've fallen from bigger heights before.
We've been completely cut off. That creature has taken complete...
Would it be easier if we wake up now and go catch him in the real world?
Remember the fragrance we smelled on our way in? That's how the monster lures people. He's turned Emarachuya's nightmare into his lair. There's only one way to force him into the open. And that's by
Eat this nightmare?
Not only is it possible, Paimon.
Oh, Paimon knows that. It's just... We all saw what happened.
This monster has harmed too many people. We have to stop it. It's okay. I knew what I was getting into. We may not have caught him, but our chase wasn't in vain. He led us deep inside his dream. We should now be at the subconscious layer that makes up its core.
It's so...
That's what happened. There must be a lot of emotional fragments in this.
Wait, but...
Where the light is. Hup. Turn that frown upside down.
If I say it's your fault, it's your fault! You shouldn't go running around with that stupid thing in your hand!
Ugh. The atmosphere...
Be careful. Every time we draw near to one of the...
You, a writer? Didn't they reject you already? Get rid of this trash!
Aw. Or...
We shouldn't stay here.
I won! Another round? That guy? He never joins in with anything. Why should we go out of our way to... Let's keep playing.
Wow.
Nope.
Sweet dreams. What is this?
It's his sorrow. Human emotions exist in a delicate balance. When that by isolating these negative emotions and allowing them to fester, that monster, if we want to restore balance.
Oh, so that's what you...
Well done, Paimon.
Aw. All right.
I need to find a way to separate the negative... Sorrow might just do the job. As long as it's kept in check, it can calm the waves of emotion.
Let it out, Chuya. Let the tears flow.
This process will untangle his unbridled fear and anger, his unresolved resentment, and his unshakable despair. These excess emotions will be separated out from the rest. They are the source of this nightmare.
Mizuki!
It's all right. A good cry can work wonders. Even though he seems beyond helping, I think he should...
Are you ready to come out now, Chuya? I'll be waiting for you right here, son.
All right. There goes that nightmare.
Amazing! So...
I thought I had found the perfect host, but you found...
Ah! He's back!
Freeing a single host from my clutches changes nothing!
Turn that frown upside down.
What is this place?
I can't believe...
Borderland?
To put it simply, it's a dream within a dream. A space hidden deep within the collective Inazuma. This must be how that monster managed to survive the extinction of his...
Mizuki... That eye...
He's trying to turn this place into a nightmare so he'll be more at home. And he's creating... This place is connected to the dreams of every human in the nation. If he succeeds, then he'll have effectively revived his kind.
Then we know what we need to do. We gotta...
Maybe. If we can get close enough, dealing with this many in one go is going to take a dip.
Sweet dreams?
Lost minds. There should be some around here. And some of them will have come from Sweet Dreams originally. Careful. We've got to move quietly. The Nightmare Monster has usurped control here. We need to stay out of his sight. Time to relax.
Overrule. A proper send-up. Emerge right now. Time to clean up. Yep. Coming at ya. Yep. Coming at ya. Leave it up. Feeling lucky.
Chasing Tanuki through the woods. And thank you for lending us your happiness.
Right here. Emerge. Right now. Right here. Sweet dreams.
Turn that frown upside down. Watching fireworks fly up into the sky and writing wishes on a prayer plaque. Thank you for sharing. All right, we've gathered enough power to proceed. Time to face it. The core should be just up ahead. This will be a tough fight.
Why? Are these sweet dreams?
I just wish we could have gathered some more. But these are all we could find which means we're running out of time.
No problem.
The alacrity with which you walk into my trap surprises me. Do you not realize why I put you here? Because this is my domain. Where are you?
Not yet, it isn't. Glory to the wind! Now, use the power of the good dreams.
I find it to be quite ineffective against the power of my nightmares.
Feeling lucky?
Laid bare. Everlasting as the moon. Transfixed.
Emerge right now. Emerge. Nothing lasts forever. Right now. Right here. Emerge. Coming at ya!
I must confess, I am somewhat confused. Both of us bring happiness to humans now.
Because the happiness you provide is a lie. All you do is make them forget their negative emotion. All the while, these repressed feelings continue to fester in their subconscious. Your kind has always thrived by magnifying your host's negative emotions for your own gain.
Incorrect. This time, I shall change the fate of my entire... When a human becomes dominated by their negative emotions, they lose their... But I can give them a fantasy instead. Turning them into the perfect hosts, capable of surviving no matter... This is the path to a revival.
You do realize what that means, don't you?
Oh, I'm perfectly aware. There is nothing you can say that I do not already know. For over all the years that you're... But I'm afraid I could not care less for the moral burdens that you impose upon yourselves. The health of... Now here is a question well worth thinking about. If we allow the human... Do you see now? I won this battle long before you ever set foot inside this tree.
What's going on?
He's growing stronger, but we've exhausted them. Even if we could find more sweet dreams now, it still wouldn't be enough.
If you accept that negative emotions are an immutable presence in the human mind, then you must also know that such emotions include apathy and sloth. Without the Yumeki backer, yet you hold their hand and walk them through dream regulation therapy, do you honestly think that anyone would ever be inclined to embrace their negative emotions? No, they would sooner run from reality to forget all about their
But the whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist... Traveler! These feelings... longing... caused despair... caused by regret... caused by messed up... And after all these flavors comes sweetness, passion, and refreshed hope. Long before you ever met me, you'd already gained the courage to never avoid or run up the power that you have gained by processing everything from your long journey. The whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist was to try and help people become someone like you.
Your dream is so powerful!
Traveler, give him all you've got!
Lightning flash! Following thunder! Following thunder!
Once the false dream he created has been destroyed, I don't think I ever would have been able to do this with—
Don't mention it. What? He's still not dead? Wait, does anyone else hear water?
Maybe he made his host build some kind of device in the underwater cave. Once he realized we were onto—
So you mean we're in danger in the—
We've got to wake up—
But how? Like, pinch ourselves?
This should be high enough. Traveler, Paimon, jump.
Huh?
If you're afraid, then just take my hand and close your eyes. Yes.
Hold on tight. The Yomeko Ibaku are getting to work.
Children be— It's finally over. It's a good thing I had the foresight to ask them for help, or I'd be the one dying from indigestion tonight. They were very— Traveler, could I pick your brain with another question? What do you think humans tend to have more of? Happy dreams or bad ones? If most people struggle to deal with their negative emotion. As a result, humans have far more bad dreams than good ones. Heck, there are even people out there who only have the mind space to have happy dreams after they've given us their bad ones. Which is all to say that the dreams we get to taste are usually bad ones. No matter how hard we try. I once believed the only reason we Yomeko Ibaku existed was to serve as a disposal method for nightmares. It's a fate that we cannot escape, no matter how— Even though I call myself a clinical psychologist, after learning the principles of psychology, if we can use psychotherapy to help people come to terms with their emotions, that way, more and more people can free up their minds for truly happy dreams, until there will be enough to share around. A naive one, more like. Even though I've run this business for quite a long time now, it still hasn't— So I must thank you. Because after meeting you and knowing that is all the treatment I need against the dark thoughts I sometimes have.
There you are! Paimon's been looking everywhere for you, too! Paimon was just watching the Baku eat the nightmares. They got really full and started rolling around on their tummies. It was so cute. Anyway, that's why Paimon fell behind. Got a little distracted watching them. Oh, and speaking of Baku, we were gonna book another appointment with you, weren't we? Remember?
It's a little late for that now.
Oh.
Still, the night is young.
Huh?
Lay your back.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing. Ad Astra at.
Excuse me! Hello! Please come register over here!
What's going on? Why are there so many guests?
Oh, it looks like business is booming with Amura Ichigensai out of the picture. And it's good to see that Murasaki and Shion are well on the road to recover.
Morning, you two.
Yes, please! Foot!
Then I better get you another VIP pass. You're...
Awesome! In that case, very important Paimon would like to start with the fine dining this time.
Oh my. Imagine if you'd taken my advice and sold your shares the other day. It could have cost you dearly now that business is booming again. I hope you're not too upset with me, old friend.
Why would I be upset? It's not as if I ever took your suggestion.
Oh, I've missed that way with words. So affectionate.
Would it kill you to not sneak up on people every darn time?
Morning, little ones. Did you enjoy the scenery last night? Hardly. That tree was directly beneath the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Is there a reason you're here, Lady Guji?
Mostly because I felt like a walk. But I do have a message from the Tenryo. The gentleman who your fellow Yumeku Ibaku fished out of the water last night is no longer in a critical condition. Although his mind seems to have regressed to that of a young child.
It could have been worse, I suppose. Lady Guji, I owe you my thanks. Come on, Miko. You've always been worse than me at keeping secrets. I admit that I feel inferior around you, and have an urge to prove myself. How could I not? But maybe these feelings are what have driven me to take this business as far as my sense of inferiority keeps my ego in check. And my desire to prove myself gives me the strength to...
Oh, you could have told me sooner. The poor traveler here has been doing all my running around for me.
True. But then again, without the traveler's help, Emira Ichigensai had amassed a huge following. An angry mob of zealots could have done some serious damage to the shrine's reputation. Much safer for the Guji not...
While that's all true, my main concern was that I didn't want to upset an old friend. Otherwise, I could have taken a much more direct approach.
Miko...
I always seem to forget that you're more cunning and less adorable than you look. Seems like my worries about upsetting you were unfounded.
It's not that I don't get upset. Here's your new VIP pass.
Yes.